This guy is Hiro. Today is the first day of school and he is the representative of the first-year students giving a speech. In the coming years, all the students of the academy will be the stepping stones under your feet for you to move forward. The typical people in the school after watching the introduction found it interesting. But everything Hiro just said was just a lie. This special island is called Academy Island. This place pays great attention to education, so students always enjoy the most modern things. Each person's rank will be ranked based on the number of stars they have. Each person will have a maximum of 7 stars, and to get stars, they must decide to fight among the students. Hiro was a transfer student who just arrived on the island. While struggling to know where the chief was, a girl with red hair passed by. Hiro mustered up the courage to ask her about the way to the academy he attended and learned that his school was in Area 4, while here it was Area 3. Sarah was quite surprised when he came here and still didn't know anything. She explained that each student will have a device like a phone, which will have the student's information and the number of stars they have. After that, she took him to the academy in Area 4. While planning to return to her school, suddenly the water tornado at the edge twisted, spraying water straight into it, making her wet. Not enough for Hiro to explain. She said that everything from the beginning until now was because he intentionally arranged for her to come here. Then the broken faucet made her wet all over, wanting to force her. She said if he wanted to challenge her, he should send a request. Hiro sent back the disorder. Following the usual rules, the person who submits the dance request will have less stars, so they get to choose the competition content. But actually Hiro just entered the school, so he doesn't know anything. Sarah had to choose the event. It's a game of who will laugh first. The battle begins. Sarah activates Hiro's time reduction skill, killing him once, then she uses her next skill, creating a sword. She wanted to use slashing attacks to make Hiro reveal his fear. More and more other students arrived, making Sarah confident that she would win. Unexpectedly, the broken water was sprayed at her again. Sarah believes that Hiro lured her to this place, causing the pot to get wet with water, then everyone would look at her and threaten to humiliate her. Because she expressed her emotions, the system announced that Sarah had withdrawn. The people around were very surprised when she gave up again. An administrator came to find Hiro and said that the principal was waiting for him. Entering the principal's office, she appeared dangerous and said that the boy's recent battle was not a normal battle. Sarah is the top performer in the exams with 7 stars, who has never lost a single match. Sarah's grandfather is a hot-tempered man. If she knew that her niece defeated a person with 7 stars, it would be okay, but if she knew that he didn't have any stars, she would definitely take action to eliminate him. To avoid that, the principal will train him to become a 7-star person. Edit key information on the device. The star he received for defeating Sarah was not white but red. This is a special star on this island with only 10 stars, each one will have its own skill, and the red star has the skill of lying. Everyone will believe what you say. When school ended, Hiro was tired and expected Sarah to follow him down an alley. She asked why he had grasped her weakness and not revealed it publicly. Hiro didn't understand what was going on before she cried, said that he didn't have to pretend, and then revealed the secret that she wasn't the real Sarah. A year ago Sarah went missing, so she was called by the Sarah family to act as a substitute. So for a long time she used the red star's power to hide that lie. Hiro explains that everything today is all about understanding the complications. Furthermore, he didn't know she was Sarah. Hearing this, she did not expect to reveal everything. Afterwards, Hiro received the special designation of chief. Medium Input already has a maid. Confirming that he was indeed the owner, she introduced herself as Yuki. She said she would stay by his side and help him. Hiro was a bit confused because it was a bit inconvenient for men and women to live in the same house. She asked him if he was hungry and then set out a table of sumptuous food. She wanted to wait until he finished eating before eating, but Hiro asked her to eat with him. He was very surprised because the food she cooked was extremely delicious. Yuki was also very happy when he praised her. After finishing eating, she began to explain the plan to him. On this island there are up to 20 academies. Every year, based on the academy with the most 5-star students, it will be ranked high, and the academy with 7-star students will be in the top 1. And those with 7 stars will be ranked first. Another student aims to challenge. This is a simple thing, but Hiro is different. You only have 1 star. You will definitely lose to others. Then the red star will disappear and the secret you lied will be revealed. So in the next 2 years, Yuki's company will devote all its efforts to helping him win battles by controlling the system, manipulating that battle. Following Yuki's instructions, he chose a challenger in 1. Hiro was very happy to have one. While happily chatting with friends, Yuki announced that someone named Haru had sent a challenge. The next day, the match was played in front of all students. As soon as he entered, he said that he would win this match. Haru chose the race to the finish line. Participants will be free to use anything to get to the finish line. Haru is very good at speed when using an improved motor. Sarah was watching the match wondering what Hiro would use to confront the motor. But unexpectedly he didn't choose any item. The day before, Yuki had analyzed that the 3 skills that Haru had previously chosen were all about speed, so only the disturbance skill could affect her speed. Haru reported that she had equipped an anti-interference skill, so his interference skill would be useless. The game begins. Haru went at full speed, and when she was about to reach the finish line, the car suddenly braked, causing her to fly out of the car. Hiro slowly walked away and began to act out his role. On the day of the strategy discussion, Yuki said he would use 3 skills. Hiro lied that the first skill he used was an ineffective shield. The second skill is to force stop, making Haru's car unable to move, and the last skill is a lifesaver for her when she falls into the water. Then he slowly walked towards the finish line to win. When the battle was over, Sarah ran to give him a letter. Sarah said that the real Sarah was kidnapped a year ago, because the family members were not allowed to go out, so no one knew their faces. Thanks to that, the family hired her to pretend to be Sarah. Even the principal doesn't know about this. The next day, as soon as he arrived at school, Hiro was challenged by someone. He was 5-star Koga. Hiro agreed immediately, but on the condition that the loser could not challenge Sarah to a duel. Sarah and Hiro meet to discuss strategy. Returning to the dormitory, Sarah was surprised and didn't understand why Yuki was here. It turns out that Yuki used to work for the Sarah family, so she knows her current identity is fake. They don't need to hide anything anymore and get to the main issue. The game content that Koga will choose is card collection. In the first card collection stage, 19 cards will be scattered in 4 areas. The second stage will be the card opening stage. 2 players will choose their biggest cards to compete. The larger number written on the card will win. If it was Koga competing, they guessed that he would use skills that could create fog and distant lightning. Sarah thinks that skill is just a trick, so they don't need to pay attention to it and pay attention to the other 2 skills. Yuki suggested that he should use the lucky skill to have a higher probability of collecting more cards. After the whole discussion, when it was almost dark, Sarah left. Not long after that, competition day took place. Just entered the match. Thanks to a lucky skill, 2 cards were near Hiro. He thought that this match would be easy when suddenly Yuki announced that Koga had collected the second card. He was very surprised. He didn't understand why his device still showed that no card had been lost. His communication with Yuki is interrupted. Koga said that his star skills can not only be used to deceive on stage but can also be used to transmit voice from a distance. Hiro opened the notice board and saw that Koga had collected another card, number 10. He immediately ran to collect the cards near him. Unfortunately, the car Yuki prepared to pick him up was stopped by Koga's men, and the way there was still quite a distance. While he didn't know what to do, Haru followed the principal's orders to pick him up. Body number 17 was in front of Hiro's eyes, but the location was a bit difficult to reach. When he got it at this height, he was overwhelmed and fell down. Hiro tried to get up. His body was seriously injured, but he still wanted to use his skills to collect the third card. At this time, Sarah ran to scold him. Now is not the time to fight, go to the hospital. But he decided to continue. Seeing him trying so hard, Sarah told Hiro the truth that Sarah had not really been kidnapped. She wanted to go to school like a normal person, so she let her go back to her hometown to live. Hiro didn't blame her at all, but praised her for being very good at doing everything she could to help her friends. At this time, Yuki also ran over to think with the two of them. Hiro asked about rule-breaking skills and then thought of a good idea. In the second stage of card announcement, both sides will open all their cards. Koga was confident of winning when Hiro told him to look again at the rules to end the game. Koga looked back and was startled because the rule had been changed so that whichever side had the remaining cards would win. In the first match, both sides have no cards left, so the score will be a draw. But Hiro used a trick to make the screen show that he was out of cards, but it turned out there was still one more card left. When he released the remaining card, Koga's side had no more cards. As a result, he lost. Hiro won under everyone's acclaim.